ทั้งกลุ่ม
มี两个人来
哦 OK
两个人来不可能是走过去
Finish, you go out. And you finish the movie, I think you're out.
我那边走去，刚才你各过来。
sorry
Anyone still want this? Yes, me. Okay, no more.
Oh, thank you.
Masada is a mountain, but it is also an historic episode that the talented historian and writer Josephus Flavius wrote about almost 2,000 years ago. His account contains all the elements of a fantastic drama in which Jews, Romans, and idealists fight to the death. It's no wonder that Hollywood jumped at the opportunity to tell this fascinating story. With an impressive set and thousands of extras, they created a colossal film featuring the rebel leader Eleazar, son of Yair, and the Roman commander Flavius Silva in the leading roles. However, in the movie, unlike real life, no one really deals with the dilemmas or personal struggles, and certainly not with the more problematic aspects of the story. Then where should we start our story? We could start with the Hasmoneans, who were the first to discover the advantages of this isolated cliff in the heart of the desert. Or we could start at the end, with a dramatic project of the Masada excavations, with Ige El-Yadin, the head of the excavation team, who would stand on the mountain and read Josephus Flavius' description of the account, and everyone around him could actually hear the echoes of the fighting. Or we could start the quest with King Herod. Herod, who ruled under the auspices of the Romans, built himself a magnificent fortress here on the mountain, which was to be his sanctuary in troubled times. And believe me, he really had troubles. Herod, like any other king, built his palaces to the highest standards of his day. One of them is this Western palace. Herod's architect was probably a short guy. Here he built himself a bathhouse, and he would put his lamp here and enter his bath. What can I tell you? This king loved the good life. Until now, we spoke about Herod. It wasn't the splendor of Herod's style that made Masada what it is today. The year is 66 AD. The Jews rebel against the Roman Empire. 4 years later, the temple is destroyed. Jerusalem falls. Everywhere else, the rebels were suppressed. Masada is the last stronghold where there are still Jewish rebels. And believe me, they didn't need Herod's palaces. The rooms in the wall were divided and used as living quarters. They lived from food in the storerooms, and they drank water from the cisterns, kindly left behind by Herod long ago.
Right from the beginning of the excavations, signs of the rebels were found elsewhere, in the palaces, in the ritual baths, and in particular in the wall. The deepest experience I went through in Masada was when they found in this particular room the first piece of scroll. To see Hebrew letters coming out of the ground, the same letters which are used until today. Later, more fragments of scrolls were found. One I found with my own hands, but the first experience is unforgettable.
Throughout the revolt, groups of refugees sought asylum on the mountain. About 1,000 rebels gathered in this fortress in the heart of the wilderness. In 73 AD, the Romans' 10th Legion arrived with thousands of armed soldiers who deployed themselves around the mountain. An enormous war machine. And the movies do it best, after the Romans, of course. The Romans built an attack ramp. The besieged rebels roll stones down it. The Romans lift a tower to the top of the ramp, equipped with a battering ram to smash the wall. The besieged erect a wood and earthen wall to sustain the blows of the battering ram. The Romans burn it, but the wind almost burns their own tower. Then the wind veering as if by divine providence to the south, blowing with full force in the opposite direction, flung flames against the wall, which now was all ablaze. And in the evening, when the wall was burnt and breached, the Roman army returned to its camps, assured that the whole affair would be over by morning. But Eleazar had ideas of his own. This is it, the last night. My friends, we've reached the climax of the drama. However, unlike the movie, here apparently the events actually took place. And here at Masada, men with families were forced to decide slavery or death. Eleazar had no doubts, but he had yet to convince his comrades in arms. Ladies and gentlemen, the speech of Eleazar. Oh, my loyal followers, the time has now come that obliges us to make that resolution true in practice. Let our wives die before they are abused, and our children before they have tasted of slavery, and preserve ourselves in freedom as an excellent funeral monument for us, as we have preferred death before slavery. Once Iga El-Yadin was asked what was the most important artifact he found on Masada. Dozens of priceless objects were found here, he answered, but if I must point to one find, it would be these ostraka. These potsherds. These may be the lots that I'm holding now. Potsherds on which the rebels wrote their names. 10 men who were chosen were the only ones who remained. Their equipment had already burned, and each of them had already killed his wife and children. Then they drew the lots. Who would kill the 9th man and fall on his own sword? And in the morning the Romans arrived, and besides 2 women and a few children, everyone was dead. After the drama came silence. The silence was broken in the 5th century for nearly 200 years by a community of Byzantine monks. 1,200 years later, the first explorers came and rediscovered the mountain. Then the members of the youth movements, seeking a symbol of Jewish heroism, discovered Masada and adopted the mountain. After them came the hikers and the tourists. Masada had become a focus of pilgrimage. Professor Netzer, what do you really think about the act of courage that ended in suicide?
Maybe it's the utmost courage to prefer death to a life of slavery.
So it's death or freedom?
Yes, death as a free man or slavery in the hands of the Romans. Which choice would you make?
No matter what, Masada has become a symbol of staunch resistance against a fierce enemy. And if it is a symbol, then perhaps this might be some kind of victory. Ladies and gentlemen, I invite you to climb the mountain.
Yes. It's up to 80.
然后下30
我们要去马萨达呢，要上马萨达了，看到我上去了。哦，那边也可以站。啊，哎，有0.5嘛？有还好。学到。
ברוכים הבאים לגן הלאומי מצדה של רשות הטבע והגנים.
Welcome to Masada National Park.
אנא היזהרו מהדלתות החשמליות, אנו מאחלים לכם ביקור מהנה.
Please be careful of the automatic doors. We hope you enjoy your visit.
Lena, זוג שהקבוצה האחרונה שנכנסה לחפשים עכשיו הוא יעלה בקרון, הם הגיעו.
שמעת? שמעת? הם עולים עכשיו בקרון הבא.
那边。Just wait a minute. Just wait a minute. Yeah.
Okay, the story of Masada is that Herod the Great chose it to be his stronghold.
我们知道马萨达的故事就是，西利在这里建了一个城堡。
And wanted to make sure that he has here enough water and food.
他一定要确保他有足够的食水跟。
That if any army will make a siege around you, you can handle it.
对，也就是如果万一人家被把他包围，他还是可以在上面生存，还有食物。
So he built here 29, as you see, 29. Archaeologists found 29 storages of food.
在这里找到29个货仓，可以装它的食物的。
Huge, big ones, those ones.
这些都是大的。
We're gonna pass in a minute through one of those. You can see how long one is.
每一个都多么长，一共有29个。
How come 29? It means that he had enough food here.
为什么29？就是确保它有足够的食物。
I will speak about the water, how he solved it in a few seconds.
他怎么解决水的问题？过后我再告诉大家。
This is his palace.
是他的城堡，他的宫
3
殿。
floors of a palace.
3层的宫殿。
We're gonna be on top of the floor.
我们会从上面看。
Okay, and look if you see the other 2 floors
看
down.
另外两座在下面。
It's called the Northern Palace.
这是在整个的北边。
This upper floor is for visitors.
这里给访客。
And the second 2 floors are his private house.
这是第2楼、第3楼呢，是他个人的。
This here is what is behind you, and we're gonna see it. This is the house and the office of the commander of the mountain here.
也就是说，这里是他的那个保护他的这些军人住的。
You will see over there very nice walls, colorful walls.
你将会看到很美丽的这一些墙壁。
It's a plaster. It's called fresco.
是用那个滑面的，就是滑面的墙壁。
The palace of the Herod the Great has the same thing.
这个宫殿里面所有的墙壁都是这样。
Let's go ahead to the other side and look on this side. Have everybody from this side here. I want you to see something. How Herod the Great solved the problem of water.
他巴西里怎么解决这个水的问题呢？
On the mountain here, he dug 12 big, huge cisterns.
也就是在这个山坡上，他挖了12个储水的池。
Each one of those cisterns can fit inside a truck, big double truck to park inside.
这个大到2个大卡车可以停的那个洞、那个空间、那个水池。
12 ones like this.
12个这样的水池。
And because I told you on the bus here, if you remember, when it rained here, it rained a lot of water in a very short period.
我已经说过了，在这里的特色就是下雨的时候，很快的就制造成洪水。
So the challenge is to gather water as much as you can in that short period.
也就是说，在这最短的时间里面，你要争取机会来收取这些水。
Otherwise, the water will go for loose under the ground.
不然那个水就会流到地面上去了。
So when it rains 2 or 3 times, all these cisterns will be full of water.
所以在1年里面几次下雨就可以收集了满满的水。
Up here in the mountain also, he had a lot of cisterns.
在山上他还是有很多的水池的。
And he had workers and slaves that all their work to do all day is to bring water from here and fill the cisterns up.
也就是他用这些人工呢，把水从这个山坡运到上面的水池，把它装满。
Which means doesn't matter how much water you can use up here, and the same day they will be filled back.
也就是说，不管你用上面用多少水，他的工人就会把它水填满。
They had enough water here to have bathhouse.
他们在这里甚至可以有这一个浴室啊，这就是他的浴室。
They had enough water here even to make a swimming pool.
他也可以在上面有游泳池的这样的量的水。
A huge swimming pool that was filled by buckets.
也就是他们用桶一桶一桶装上去的。
Okay, now let's go and see this office of the commander. Go and see the colorful walls.
他的军人住的，保护他。
access to.
就是储藏那些干粮的食物的，可以看到它有多大。
Walls just to show them we have water, you don't. Good luck. We're gonna survive this, you guys will not survive. But the Romans had something that we all need to learn from. By the way, you know, we focus often on the Jews and their resiliency up here and what they decided to do rather than capture by the Romans.
All these are storages of food. We're gonna pass another big one.
你可以看到一个一个一个，就是刚才你可以看到的那些都是这些都是储藏食物的。
a ese equipo que era justamente guiar en lo que fue el grupo.
So I was thinking if they hand you a donut and you take a bite out of it.
La creación de mis padres. 它下面哦，第二层第一层。
你可以靠近栏杆，然后向下开。
这小动物。
Of Herod the Great.
我们就是在西历的行宫，这个是第一层。
You see here down the two other floors
然后你看
down.
下去的时候，还有第二层、第三层，这就是整个北边，整个山头的北边。
We are here in the upper floor.
我们在这里是最高的。
Remember that the Dead Sea was closer to here at that time.
你要想象那个时候的死海更靠近，死海已经慢慢退下去，它这里就更靠近。
Look how nice this view is. And imagine Herod the Great sitting in his balcony with a cup of cappuccino in the sea.
你可以想象这个皇帝都不会享受，他坐在这边望着大海，喝着咖啡。
Now the Romans made a siege here around the mountain.
当罗马来的时候，就包围了这整个，就在这里建立军队，包围这个山头。
This is 70 years after Herod the Great.
但是主后70年，大希律已经过去很久了。
When rebels from Jerusalem, Jewish rebels flee and dwell in the houses and the palace of Herod the Great.
我们记得耶路撒冷有那个反叛，主后70年，他们被攻破了之后，一些的逃犯呢，他们就逃了，就逃到这个山头来，他们躲在这个山头。
And you saw in the movie how they conquered the mountain.
你在电影上面已经看到他这个城怎么这个山头怎么被攻下来。
They built a siege wall. You can see the wall over there, the line of stones
可以
down
看到
there.
那些线，就是他当时候他们建那一个包围的网，包围的地方。
It was very high wall actually. Okay, now it's the only line of stones.
他当时候建很高的墙，现在只看到这些线、这些石头，他就是沿那个线建上来。
Okay. And they built 8 camps, Roman camps.
他们在建了8个营、8个军营在这边。
You see here 2 of them, that square
方
ones.
形的那些就是当时候他们的一个营这样的。
You need to imagine those are high camps, high walls.
你可以
Okay.
想象那些都很高的墙。
Why the siege wall? In order to prevent anyone from fleeing outside.
为什么要用墙围起来？就是他们已经不要让这些人可以再跑出去。
And prevent anyone from getting support from outside to them.
也不要让有人跑进来这边支持他们。
And the Romans chose this side, the western side, to come through, not the east, not through the Dead Sea area.
他们选择从西边来围攻他们。
Because in this side here, the surrounding area is higher, so they don't need to climb a lot.
所以你看在西边呢，它在山头比较其他的山比较高，所以它不用爬的，他们可以直接用那些山的高度来攻打山头。
And you saw in the movie that they showed you that they built a ramp, a dirt ramp.
那你在店里看到他们用那一个锤子和那种很重的锤子来锤这些墙壁。
And we're gonna be there, and we're gonna show you the dirt ramp that they built.
我们会到那边给你看见他们怎么建那个楼上来攻打这个城头，这个山头。
Okay. Yeah.
هذا شو هذا حبيبي
Get that far and then decide our next moves. So.
water tank?
Yes.
他做到耶稣来的时候，耶稣来的时候就开始。对，这个人是个建筑师来的，他到处去建。这个人就是他非常重要。1年2次，3年，大概是3月9月，这是固定的，他们会叫春雨。
Okay, this is one of the cisterns on top of the mountain.
所以你可以看到，这是它在高山上的水池。
This is not one of the big ones that I spoke about. This is very small.
这个水池只是算是小的水池。
This is on top of the mountain, the one that I spoke about at the cliff down.
还有另外一个是在那个山坡下的。
And we're gonna see the opening of those ones in a few minutes.
我们等一下会在那边看到它一个开头。
This cistern had a roof to slow evaporation.
所以你可以看到它会有屋顶盖住，至少减少它的蒸发。
And in here you see a ritual bath.
你可以看到这里有一个洁净的池。
The one that the Jewish people have to cleanse themselves. Remember the pools that we saw around the temple? They go down and dip and get out.
你记得他们有一个在犹太人他们有洁净池，所以他走下去洁净自己。
Which means here we see 2 different periods. That cistern is from the time of Herod the Great.
所以我们可以看到这是大希律时代的水池。
This from the time of the rebuild that they came 70 years after.
70年后，那些犹太人逃到这个山头上来躲的时候呢，他们建了这个小洁净池。
Because Herod and his people, they weren't strict Jewish to cleanse themselves. This was made by the rebels later on.
所以这个肯定是后面那一些犹太人来建的。
Now we go down and see the model of the water.
我们再看那个水池的怎么收集水的那个模型。
面积哦，面积的，它一开哦就没了，这叫电灯泡。
Come, please.
没有听到我们的悄悄话？没有啦，
No water.
No water?
这边还有悄悄话。
You see here, up here there are 8 holes, 8 cisterns.
OK， 你看到那个行宫下之后的这些山坡呢，它建了8个洞口。就是里面都是水池。
And down here another 4.
下面还有4个，所以12个。
So 12 altogether.
所以一共有12个。
And what happened is that he dug channels here all over on the mountains around us.
所以你可以看到周围的这些山就好像水，它把水这样会向下流。
That when it rains, all these channels will the water flow through them and fill the cisterns.
如果下雨的话，你看它的水就会自动的 流进它的那一些河里面去，它就收集雨水了。
And if you look from this side, you can see those cisterns, the openings, the caves down there.
你从旁边看会看到
You see the big holes down there?
你会看到那些洞口。
Okay, those are the openings
那些洞口就是收集雨水用。
of the cisterns
在
down
旁边斜坡旁边你会看到。
怎么扛？
这边下面那个，下面有一个比较清楚的。好。
See this? Get out and then after the go and see.
如果你看到，你可以推出来，让其他人也走过靠近看一下。看什么？这边看什么？可以可以。
Smart 啊。
Okay, guys, have a look and follow me.
Included, the payments for him, and also,
Okay, come on, guys. And enter this place here. Be careful, huh? I allow in my group someone to serve only one. You also go up? Yeah? There's shaded over there also.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, who can tell me what is this? We have seen something like this before.
我们也看过一些这样的。
Think about it.
Cat house. Storage.
What? Cat house?
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Soldier.
Very good. Yes. It's the wall around the mountain, the double wall, okay? And houses that they divide the wall and make houses for the poor people, for the one that doesn't have rooms, house inside.
记得我们讲到这个城墙，他们都有两面的，这边一个城墙，这边一个城墙，那中间就可以作为房间。那这些就是让那些可能无家可归的人或者那些士兵住在里面。那我们谈到拉合是住在城墙上的屋子，所以你这就明白了为什么是城墙上的房子。
And remind me who dwells in the city house? Rahab. Exactly.
对，拉合就住过这样的一个房子，所以你可以看见，它这边是城墙，这个是城墙，中间是这个房间。
So this is how her house looked like. See? In the wall, rooms like this.
所以它有屋顶，它的当时就是这样子的。
The road
它只要开窗，风景也很
The rope outside.
这是海景，新加坡一天要几百万。
Excellent.
Excellent.
Yeah, correct. It looks like a fight. Yeah.
This is the spot in which the Romans broke the wall inside.
就是这个部分，当罗马军团攻打的时候，就从这边打破那个墙。
You see the dirt ramp down.
你看下面
This
的
is the
那些
one.
泥土。
All of it. Okay, that they build it by buckets. They bring dirt and build it to bring the breaking point.
他们就从下面拿
The one in the middle?
建墙，然后再加上那个武器把它攻破。
This one here. That comes all the way up to here. This is the ramp up to here, up to the wall. Okay. This is long. Okay, like the tongue. Huh? This is it.
罗马人他们要攻这个整个城邦的时候，
他们建了一个斜坡上来，有没
This
有？
one here. You see this?
他从下面建了一个斜坡这样上
This is
来，
the ramp.
然后那个再把那个车推上来。
No, 3 months.
Just 3 months.
3 months they finished it. 10,000 soldiers. Oh. At that time. 10,000 soldiers.
One day, 5 bucket.
Yeah.
Wow,
10,000. 10,000. You know 10,000.
那个车推上来，
1 person 5 bucket can
那
already.
个斜坡把车推上来。
3 months.
那从这个斜坡上来。
Unbelievable 啊！这些是 efficiency 了。那它的木跟那个什么，它的那个营帐营在那边嘛，然后他们就搬全部东西过来这边，就丢那个东西咯，丢那个的，然后把那个 ram 上来咯，
一路建啊建啊。
啊，然后慢慢丢那个泥土，全部让它堆上来，然后过后就可以推那个东西，可以上这个城墙的。
云梯了，那个叫
啊，云梯，对。
闪的很难看的。够辣。
真的是哎呦啊，还有这样的东西啊。
他们很喜欢拼这些图案，真的包括。
We are in the second palace of Herod the Great.
我们在大希律的他的第二个王宫。
It's called the Western Palace.
是西边的这个他的宫室。
See, in one spot he had two palaces.
你看见他在同一个地点就有2个王宫。
It seems that this guy gets bored very quick.
这个人是真的是很会享受。
Or he wants to make peace between his wives. He doesn't have them all in one palace.
感到很无聊，他每一个行宫有不同的妻子。
This is the bathhouse of the palace.
这个就是皇宫里面的那一个浴室。
You see how nice those mosaic floors are.
你看它的地板多么的漂亮。
This is after 2,000 years.
就是2000年后，我们还可以看到这么美。
It means high quality of people did this.
所以可见他们的工很细腻的工。
You need to remember that we renovate our houses every 20 years, not 2,000.
对，我们每20年就得要翻新。这2000年的我们还看得到它的原装。
You can see that in the other room there is another big mosaic floor, which is very nice and colorful.
你再看又另外一个房间也是同样的地板啊，很美丽的磨石地板。
死海，它干了，所以你看到这样一片一片，啊，另外是整个是死海，把它 dry out， 所以变成 one part one part one part。佳慧陪她妈妈在那边，她不要走。Every year, every year。哎，你去看那个巴士，不是，有另外一个有船的。那个学馆，那回去可以去了。
You bring a camel bag, no?
Huh?
Come this up plane must bring camel. Oh, you bring a camel bag. Oh, you smart.
下一次不是拿 camel bag， 下一次从下面走上来。
可以啊，我本来想 try
啊，挺 nice 的。不要下去那个。
啊，下去很近啊，可以走上来。
我觉得 more interesting 哦。
No。
哇，30分钟可以到。哇，真的。哇，10分钟会到。spectacular。
年纪大了，我们也是很难吃，我们是纪念的。
תודה רבה לכולכם בגן הלאומי מצדה. אנו מקווים שנהנתם. נשמח לראותכם שוב בקרוב.
We thank you and hope you enjoyed your visit to Masada National Park. We look forward to seeing you again soon.
Tienen que un poco ayunar, vamos a nada. No voy a desayunar bien, no por eso, porque